and welcome to MSTV. I am Apurva Jha and you are watching our show Rubaroo. Today in Rubaroo, Mr. Dashrath Sunar is here with us from Kathmandu. Mr. Dashrath is a media entrepreneur. He is a documentary filmmaker and a broadcaster. He is also very much into spirituality. Welcome to Marwah Studio, sir.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
So, how are you doing?
It's going well.
So, you explore spirituality and history, and you are also interested in culture.
Yeah.
So, what inspired you to take these paths?
First of all, I'm from Nepal, and Nepal itself is land of Himalayas, land of Lord Gautam Buddha. So that's why I love to be with the nature and just wanting to travel
Yeah.
in Himalayas, and mountainsides. Obviously, the land of Pashupatinath. That's why somehow, I'm really connecting with those and these, spiritual things. Yeah, somehow I'm just getting the spirituality.
So, what inspired you to become a presenter or storyteller?
It's a nice question. In Nepal, actually, before starting my talk shows, the BFI talks, I was a photographer. I was a cinematographer, and then after I have launched my one channel, which is called BFI Talks. It means Voice for Youth.
Oh.
And I just love to be with the young generation, wanting to inspire to those people. And then I had, started my channel.
Yeah.
And throughout my channel, I have created so many, episodes regarding motivation stories. And I really want to, be with the young generations. I just know about their perceptions regarding 21st century's world.
Yeah.
And I knew about as a media presenter or throughout media, and this is the best medium to connect with the people, especially youths.
Yeah.
And then after I have started my career as a media presenter or media entrepreneur, and somehow it's going very well.
Well, you are from Nepal, and Nepal is, rich in heritage, I must say. So, what are some lesser known stories or places you feel that world should know?
Patan, Patan is a very innocent place.
Yeah.
Lord Krishna place, and this Pashupatinath definitely,
Yeah.
and Soimbunath,
Yeah.
and then Lalitpur, Bhaktapur. These all are the ancient place and heritage sites.
Yeah. But these are well known places. But there are places that are lesser known, lesser explored.
If you really want to know about outside of Kathmandu, Kathmandu is a very famous place, and if you want to go to the outside of valley, and you must know about the, Pokhara, the place of lakes, and the Lumbini, definitely.
Yeah.
And then the route of Mount Everest Base Camp, Annapurna Base Camp, And there is, meanwhile, you can see, a world's monastery, world's temples,
Yeah.
So if you really want to go there, you have to, first of all, after valley, after Kathmandu, you have to go like, eastern part of Nepal, western part of Nepal, northern part of Nepal. Because Nepal itself is very, by geographically it's very small, but the thing is, there is a very diversified,
Yeah.
diversified in the sense of, in terms of culture, heritage, natural resources. So, I think you must go to the west or eastern part of Nepal.
Yeah.
There you can see lots of heritage sites, so natural sites. Yeah.
So when we are into very much spiritualism and history, then we try to keep the untouched places untouched. We just don't want to ruin it because you know that tourism is a very helpful thing in growing our GDP or economic growth.
Definitely.
But still, we all know that it's ruining the places, it's ruining our nature. So, do you feel that if something is untouched, then it should be untouched and unexplored?
It's all about the perception. How do you think about untapped sites? Like if you really wanna go into the deeper spiritualism, I think it should be untapped. But if you want promote that place to the global arena, or you wanna do business, or you wanna make money throughout the that place, I think for people of especially Nepal, we need to explore to the international arena that place because of
Yeah.
in terms of economic perspective. So, but if not, just you can talk about spiritualism. I think untapped would be the base for the spiritualism because
Yeah.
that is raw.
Yeah.
So
Please tell us about your work, because documentary filmmaking is something that needs more to be unscripted and more raw, and people believe more on documentaries rather than the films. So how do you work? What it takes to make a documentary film?
I love to make a like traveling documentary, traveling type of documentary, just wanting to people connections, their vibe, their sense, and their lifestyles. That is my main purpose. That is my main agenda, or the pattern of documentary. Or film or documentary, there is vastly differences between film and documentary, and documentary should be livelihood. And in a film you can see there is some sort of dramatize, so the character would play their own role, but in documentary the people just wanting to know about the realism, the realistic story. If
Yeah,
you go
true.
to the if you go to the mountains or Himalayan side or Kathmandu, at least the people from the world, they really want to know about our essence,
True.
what is behind it, what is
Yeah.
the raw material, what is the history behind it, so documentary should be the realistic. I think that's why I'm into the documentary filmmaking, because I'm really love to travel, or really wanting to be connecting with the people to people,
Yeah.
so it should be realistic, it should be real,
Yeah, true. So, in today's fast digital world, you are trying to teach spirituality and history to the younger generation. So, how difficult it is, and how do you make it happen?
The one thing is, I would really, want to share about my story, which is, yeah, definitely we are in the commercial world,
Yeah,
21st century.
exactly.
There's no doubt at all. But the thing is, now time has to come to think about what is ours, what we are,
Yeah,
what is our essence. Yeah, definitely. In modern world, we have mediums, access, technology, a lot of gadgets. But the thing is, is still we have to know about six senses,
yeah,
at least. Now you and I having a conversation, and this is the real world.
yeah,
But most of the people, they are into the social media. Even they don't know about the real world.
yeah,
But real world is still exists. You know, you wanna eat, you wanna smell, you wanna travel. These all are things. These all are the real things.
yeah,
But somehow, in digital world, there might be, the people may have misconception, or manipulating, or they are slowly becoming a habit of their slaves, slave of their habits, That's why I love to be with nature, because nature is our part of body, all right? Without nature, we cannot survive. So I think, as you told, I guarantee you one day, in the entire world, they are back to the nature, definitely. But in today's world, they are somehow, entire the globe, they are more into the digital world,
Yeah.
which is not real. One day, we'll definitely know about what is real or what is fake.
Yeah, exactly. But I think we should save the nature for that.
Yeah,
That
definitely.
we would go back to it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think nature also knows the way to save itself.
Yeah, nature is, uh, we are social creatures, social beings.
Yeah,
And nature, and we also the part of nature.
exactly.
Definitely, we are also the part of nature. So we have to shape climate, shape, our culture, history, our nature,
Yeah.
Especially the young generation,
Hmm.
they should know about the actual world. They should know about.
Yeah, exactly. So, as a broadcaster and director, what has been the most challenging project so far for you, and what did it teach you?
As a broadcaster, definitely we are in a very complicated world or competitive world. Lots of challenges that we have been facing, but I love to, face the challenges. Without challenge, you cannot win.
Yeah, exactly.
So in my, journey, I have faced a lot of, challenges in my whole career. But after the, project, after the challenges,
Yeah.
the one thing I'll tell you very honestly from my side, if you have a challenges, the first thing that okay, I cannot do, I cannot this. But when you finalize, when you finish your project, you'll feel okay. I have handled all the project, and this is my source of happiness.
Yeah.
I'm the kind of leader. So everybody they should know, they should have to face the challenges.
Yeah.
I cannot say right now, oh, challenges would be make you lose or make you down. Don't say like face the challenges.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. So, you connect South Asia with the global audience. So, what do you think that the content creators, how they play the role of a very important role in shaping the cultural understanding among the people out there in the world?
Yeah, definitely. We are representing South Asia to the global map.
Yeah.
The one thing is very we have to know about it. The South Asia is a very rich continent, right? Rich in terms of our heritage, language, geography,
Yeah.
populations. We are rich,
Yeah.
natural resources. So we can portray our real essence to the global map. That's why I'm traveling to South Asia or making or having conversation with so many heavyweighted personality regarding art, culture, spiritualism. And I thought, okay, we have this is our asset, and we have to promote it
Yeah.
to the global map. So we have what we have, is our asset, and asset is our natural resources like culture. So you can see the temples or heritage site, monasteries. So at least we have to talk about ours.
Yeah.
So I think this is the right time to talk about because we have a lot of mediums like social, digital, or everything. So that's why I love to connect with South Asian people. That's why I'm here in Delhi to have conversation with so many people, or having discussion with uh, some leaders. So this is my passion. I'm just doing.
So, what would you like to give a piece of advice, I must say, to the younger generation?
Be with yourself, and know your one essence. Don't manipulate it by social media. And social media will definitely kill you one day. And don't think, at least if you have that kind of rational capacity, think thrice, or filter your surrounds and know your inner spirit. Without knowing your inner spirit, you cannot know the world.
No,
The
exactly.
first, know yourself, and definitely one day you will know entire the world. The first thing, I must say to the young generation, for not only South Asia, for the global young generations, first you have to know who you are and find out your inner thoughts. What's your thoughts?
Exactly.
See your inner voices.
Exactly. Yeah. Thank you so much for your time, sir, and we wish you a great future ahead. And
Wish you all the best. I think it was in a very amazing conversation with you.
yeah,
And definitely, I would like to invite you in my country, Kathmandu, Nepal. You must welcome because you are more into the spirituality, and already you are the student of history.
yeah,
And we have ancient history. You
yes.
know, so must welcome.
Yeah, and we are already connected. I mean, India and Nepal, we are like neighbors, and I think we are more than neighbors. And we share our history, we share the geography, we share the culture,
Yeah,
and everything.
by politically, we are, we have definitely, we are two nations.
Yeah,
The one is Nepal or India. But by culturally or linguistically or geographically, we have some sort of
yeah,
similarities.
yeah, exactly.
Language, our appearance, costumes, design, by geographically,
Yes,
we have some sort of similarities.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you for your time.
Thank you so much.
So this was our amazing conversation with Mr. Dashrath Sunar. I hope you have learned something, you have got something to know. So for more updates, keep watching MSTV. I was Apurva Jha with you.